children.
All right. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my show today is encourage and enhance. Be an enhancer, not a discourager. Be one to inspire people and encourage them to be the best they can be and do what they're doing, and therefore you understand what the same happened to you. This is what people don't understand, that you got to be one to do that because that makes you great and that makes you better than, than the people that you happen to be dealing with, You want to be one to be able to do that in a sense, I would not advise you to do anything like that. Matter of fact, I would say make sure you be one to be an encourager. Be one to encourage and not discourage. Definitely don't do that. Be one to be on top of your game. Be on top of your game. That's what you have to do. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to, let me get this time straight here. I got this, let me see. Something ain't right here, but anyway, we're going to get this straight. We're going to get this straight right here. Okay, we're going to get this straight right here. Right there, okay. Do this proper and on time. Proper and on time, okay. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the point I'm making is that you also want to be able to be on top of your game. Just like I'm trying to straighten my thing out, because that's what I do as a person dealing with life. Let me just take this off right now. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the name of the part of the show that I'm speaking on is be an encourager. You understand me? Don't discourage, and make sure you understand whatever you do in life and whatever you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? As far as being your best self, you be your best self. You know what I mean? You do not let nobody sway you to be the wrong way. You know what I mean? You want to always be the right way. You understand? Whatever you do, you want to be on time with that. As far as it goes, you want to be one to, to other people. You know what I mean? You want to be a positive influence. You want to be one to make sure, you understand what I'm saying, that you let these people know that you are, by their side, but you always enhance and encourage. My queen happens to be one that told me that I enhanced her life. Every morning she says I enhanced her life. She thanks God for me enhancing her life, being in her life. And that's really beautiful because she enhances my life, you know what I'm saying? And this is the things you want to have in life. You want to have someone that, that can encourage and make you feel better about your life, you know what I'm saying? Because you really don't know, you understand what I'm saying, until you got somebody really there for you to know what it's all about. But enhancing and encouraging, you got to realize, you understand, that don't fool with people that are not making a contribution to your life as far as enhancing it. If they don't enhance life with you, as far as doing things, when you leave them, you feel better. When you left their presence, you felt better than you did before you was with them. They enhanced you understand me, in whatever degree. And that's what you want in life. You want to be around people that do enhance you, that enhance your life and make you feel better, you understand what I'm saying? Because you need to realize the wrong from the right, And by you doing that, you make it what it is. You make it beautiful. And that's what you should do. Life should always be beautiful. It should never be, discouraging. You should always be encouraging and doing the same thing with people. You got to look at life, you know what I mean? Be the best you can be, Be enhancing. You meet people, you know what I'm talking about when you talk to them. You know what I mean? When you kick it with them, as they say, we call it. Be enhancing, be encouraging. Enhance them. you know, tell them things, you know what I mean, to make them feel better, to make them, you know, feel like they can conquer the world, you know what I mean, that they're great and that they're, you know, they're 100 with what they do. See, that's why a lot of times, like I say, I don't get in conversation with people and doing all talking, because if I do, I'm going to be real with you, and I'm going to tell you, you know what I mean, what you need to know, not what you need to hear. You need to be positive. You need to always, you know, I'm going to be enhancing them. I'm going to be enhancing these people. I'm going to say what I say to let them know that I'm going to enhance your ability to be the best you can be. You understand me? Whether you know it or not, you understand me? I'm an enhancer. I don't discourage, I encourage. And that's what I'm going to do for you, you understand me? I'm going to enhance your life and treat you right, you understand me? And make you feel like a champion, you understand me, like a winner. Because that's how I want you to, I want to treat you as I want to be treated. I want you to feel like I feel, even though you may not feel it. I'm going to treat you like you do so you'll feel that way, you know, because I feel great when I wake up. I feel like Tony the Tiger. You understand? I'm saying that, hey, I'm feeling great and doing great, and I'm going to stay straight. You understand? I'm going to stay on top of my game, you know what I mean? Because that's what I do, you know. I'm the type of person, you understand me? I'm an encourager, not a discourager. I'm going to enhance you. You understand me? Because I figure enhancing you makes you feel great. You'll do great. You'll be great. Because when you left me, when you left my presence, you felt better. Because I gave you something you could take. I was positive. I gave you a positive word of advice. I'm going to encourage you. I don't believe in, you understand me, holding a conversation with people, talking about people and discouraging you. And, you know, you get to complaining and talking about people, that drains you. When you get enhanced, you feel great, you understand me? You know what I mean? You're fulfilled. You know what I mean? I want to provide you with greatness. The greatness, the best, the part of my ability. The most of the greatness that I know. All I can do is give you the greatness that I know and the greatness that I have. I cannot give you no more than that. So what I mean by that is that in my presence, that's all I'm a preach, that's all I'm going to project. I don't do that. I'm not where I was before in the past when I used to complain. When I used to be in the chicken place, people used to complain and talk about each other and all that. No, I'm not on that page no more. I enhance, encourage, you know what I mean? You know, show love, appreciation. All the good things, you understand me, that you want to hear, that you want to know. That's all I want to give you. If I can't give you that, I won't give you nothing at all. I just won't waste my time talking to you because I don't have time to accommodate you by complaining about what you complaining about, and I'm going along with your complaint to talk to you. No, I don't need to talk to you if I got to accommodate your, you know, like this is what people do, and this is not good, but people do this. I'd rather just not talk to you. If I know you're going to be complaining and you're coming out with this, with negativity and all that, I don't need to hear it. If it's not enhancing, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna dismiss it because it's not good for me and it's definitely not good for you. And people, you know, you run across people, that's where you have to have your hater repellent spray out to kick the people away from you because haters do this. You'll look good and they'll say, oh, that don't look good. You look bad. You know what I mean? That color don't go with that or this and that. You know what I mean? That's discouraging, and they're trying to discourage you. They're not enhancing. So you don't want to be around people like that. They like to make you feel bad. In a good day, they want to make it rain. Or they want to, you know what I mean? They want to, you know, they want to cause chaos. You know what I mean? Here you come in like the sunshine, and they want you to make it rain. You know what I mean? It's just people like that you don't want to be around. Because you're not going to dim your light. Don't dim your light. If your light shines bright and you set it off when you step in the room, you keep doing that. Don't let nobody rain on your parade. Don't let nobody dim your light, you understand? You continuously be an enhancer, you understand me? An encourager. You encourage and enhance people and don't let nobody discourage or take that away from you. You be the best you can be, you understand me, each and every day in each and every way. And don't let nothing come in your way as far as taking you in a different element. You know, when I get up, I feel good when I put my clothes together. When I put my clothes together, I know I'm going out to the streets. I know I'm the best I can be, and I'm looking the best I can look. Then I know I feel great like Tony the Tiger, you understand? And that's how I go out the door, you know. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, You do what you do and you be the best you can be, you know what I mean? You don't let nobody discourage you. You know, you be an enhancer and an encourager. That's what you concentrate on. Being those two things, if you can't be those two things without feeling that way. You can't do that and act like that if you're not feeling like that. So if you do that, you'll feel like that. You'll feel good if you're an enhancer and an encourager. You'll feel good. If you start complaining and discouraging and all that, then you feel bad. You don't feel good. You start thinking like that, that's how you're going to feel. You're going to feel bad. You're not going to be feeling good, that's for sure. And that takes a lot out of you. That negativity, it takes a lot out of you. You know, you don't need that negativity. That's not something you need. You don't need that in your ability, in your place and in your situation. It's something you do not need. A lot of people don't understand that. They don't see the fact that, you know, when they do things that, you know, that discourages people. You know what I mean? You know, that they don't want to hear. People don't want to hear happiness. People that are sad, that are mad, they want you to accommodate their madness. They want you to complain with them. If you don't complain with them, they're going to get away from it. Because, you know, they don't want to hear what you're saying. But you don't dim your light for their sunshine. You don't dim your light if they don't want to catch the sunshine. If they don't want to catch your light, you don't dim your light. You stay you stay bright. And they will get away anyway because, you know, the sun's it's too hot for them. They'll get away. They'll go. And that's what you want them to do. You don't want people around that's not taking your advice. If you're giving it, you don't want people to act like they like you when they don't, because that's not good. I'd rather find out like I found out about a lot of people in the last few years, what they were, how they act, and how they feel about me. But I'm glad about that, because I don't need people that's faking and phonies, people that ain't real, you understand? That's not really being themselves. I'd rather be around real people. I'd rather have 2 or 3 real people in my life than have 50 people that's faking. Just because I got a lot of people. I used to have a lot of people. Being a lot of people and being famous is one thing, but do the people really care for you? Do they really like you for who you are? No, that don't mean nothing. That's why I don't even run up to people, run chasing people behind pictures no more. I don't do that. You know, I take a picture with me and mine. I ain't worried about the rest of them people. They better try to catch up to me, because I'm doing what I do, you understand me, and doing it the best of my ability. So I don't trip, you understand me? I just do what I do, encourage and enhance. That's what I do, you understand? Me and mine. My lady gave me the idea to do the show. She said enhance, and I thought about it. Then I said, no, that's good, and that's positive, and that's something that she does, and that's I do. You understand? It's a word that means a lot. You know what I mean? And something that you want to do is enhance. You know, enhance, it means a lot, and it's very positive. You know, you want to enhance people's lives. You know, whether they appreciate it or not, it's okay. Somebody else will bless you. You ain't got to get the blessing from them. You'll get blessed down the way. Just keep that positive mental attitude and be good, and your blessings will come down the way from other people. And there's a time when you can be with those people, and when they don't reciprocate or spread the joy of what you gave them to nobody else, then it's time to get them loose. Because it's like what they took from you, if they hold on to it and be selfish with it, then they really don't have it. Because it's not to hold on to. It's to grab somebody else that's positive, that's worth it, that's going on their way, that's trying to go to the top, and that's trying to live a better life. You know what I mean? They'll take it and go somewhere with it. If they're not going to be about nothing, they're negative, they're hating, and all that. If that ingredient is in them, well, then they're not going to take what you want anyway. They're not going to take what you give them. They're not going to take it anyway, and they're not going to do nothing with it. So it ain't going to do no good. You spread it and give it to people, because only a handful of people are going to take what you give anyway. It's not that they're going to take it and do something with it. No, they're not going to do it with it. It's got to be in them. They got to feel it. It's got to really be in them to be that person, to be that way. It's got to be in them. They got to really, really, really feel it. You know, and they ain't got to be born to it or nothing like that. It's just got to be where they got to really feel it. They got to really feel inside that they want that. They really, really want it. You know what I mean? That's all they got to do. They got to really, really want it. They could have been something. They could have been anything. But they change. People change all the time. When they know something and they hear something, they got to be willing to accept it. They got to really realize who they are and what they are and want to be a better person than they were yesterday. They got to be ready and willing to do that. Just like if you're drinking and you're using drugs, and you cut them loose, and you're a different person because when you were drinking and drugging, you were probably didn't care. You probably were complaining. You probably were, talking down on people. That was the disease making you do that. When you stop doing those things, because you stopped getting high and doing it, and you became a wonderful person, because you were your real true self. That was the real true you that you were becoming. When you stopped using the drugs and the alcohol and all that stuff made you be the way you were, and you stopped doing that, and you became a wonderful person. That is the real you. The person you are naturally is the real you. The person that was on drugs and was drinking, that was not the real you. That was not the person that you are. So people don't understand. They say, he was drinking, he was drugging. So they look at you now. Here, you cleaned your act up. You're a better person. You're 100%. You're great, you understand me? You got degrees. You went through college. You did all that, and they still want to look at you as a person you were 25 years ago when you were drinking and on drugs. They look at you like that. I know a guy that's educated, sharp. He's one of the sharpest persons I know. And I know another guy that ain't nothing. He was a nothing. He never got out of his. He never grew from no position in life. He stayed the same, stuck in the 70s, and he hated and complained and talked about everybody. He was a discourager. He was nowhere near on a positive level. But he would talk about this guy, which is similar to a mentor to me. He would talk about him and really try to put him down and everything he did. And I said, man, the man is doing so much better. He got 30-some years clean. He's got a Cadillac. He's doing good. He got a new car. He's doing good. He's handling his life. He's living good. He's living the best life. He's happy. 30 years clean, of not drinking and not drugging, doing nothing, living a perfect life, the epitome of sobriety, man. The man is great. I look up to him. He's my mentor when it comes to the living sober and living clean. And this guy wanted to tell me, and he never did get off drugs or drinking. He always, you understand me, wanted to talk about people. And he talked about this man, talking about 30-some years ago, 35 years ago, when he was in L.A. and he was laid out on the street drunk. He want to mention 35 years ago what the man did when the man was drunk. As great as the man is today, he wants to reach back 35 years ago and talk about that time, not the great things that the man has done since then. So that's a hater and a discourager and one that does not appreciate progress and growth. He doesn't even understand it because he never grew. And he wants to talk about all these people that's doing wonderful things. Oh, they're squares, they're this, they're that. No, they're not squares. They're people that come to their senses, And this same particular person ended up in a rest home for about 4 years and just doing really bad and really had a rough life. His life never was really polished because he would not listen. He knew some of the best people in life and in the game, but he never took their advice. He never listened, he never grew, and he never was an encourager. He was a discourager. So he never progressed in life. And it's a sad thing, but there's people that know a lot, but if they don't apply it and they don't do it and don't use it, then they lose it. It's just like anything else. You have to, you can know a lot, but if you don't do a lot, the knowing ain't doing, and it ain't going to do you no good. You know what I'm saying? That's why a wise man, you understand me, uses his wisdom, and he gives it to people because it sharpens him. It keeps him sharp. That's why I do these shows. This is therapy to me. You sharpen your own self up. If other people listen or not, and you give it to them, you don't sway. You don't dummy down to their level. You don't do that because I did do that with him. And I know they should understand me to keep from argument. I would dummy down with him, but I don't do it. I just leave them people alone. I don't do it. I leave them people alone because what they do, they steal your joy. You understand me? They take a little bit out of you. When you argue or when you try to get along, those people are not for you. And they're not going to never love you or appreciate you. They're not going to never care for you. They're going to hate on you for doing good and for being good. And you're doing good because you know how to do good. It's something you've been doing for many years. It's a part of you that's a gift that you have because you listened and you've been around the best. So you used all the ingredients that these people gave you and you put it in a pot of gumbo and you came out with a recipe that's priceless. You can't put a price on it, and it brings you peace of mind and happiness and the greatest of ease. And these people that don't have it, And they see you, they jealous of you, and they hating because they never got it. They never got the real recipe. They never really got it because they wasn't exposed to as many people and many great people as you were. You know why I was? Because I opened my mind and I didn't judge. I did not judge those people. I got around them. I was around a great cat, you understand me? He was my mentor in the dressing game, and he was a wise man, really wise. And this same dude I'm talking about, discouraging and hating, was talking about him, putting him down. Didn't want to go around him. Didn't want to go around him. Just didn't want to go around. I go around all these people because you can get somebody, anybody that's positive, anybody that's sharp, that's been around long. This man was in his 80s. I'm in my 60s. Man, I got around because he was older and sharper. My mentors, the older ones I know, are all gone. So when I was young, the ones I knew when I was coming up, they all gone. So I grab on the mentors all the time. You need mentors. As you get older and you be a mentor needs a mentor. It's just like when you see on these shows where the psychologist, your psychologist might have his psychologist. You see what I'm saying? You always got to go to somebody stronger and better than you. Even though you sharp, there's always somebody sharper. So there's always somebody you can go to. You see what I'm saying? As you be sharp, there's sharp people that you go to, you see. It's just that's the way life is. Somebody always knows more. Somebody always does better. You just do the best you can do and be willing to grow and be strong and accept the happiness that you can have at the present time. Instead of discouraging and talking about other people, enjoy the life you have. Don't be putting other people down. You waste time when you try to talk about other people or waste time discouraging. You be encouraging and enhancing, and you can't do nothing but win when you do that. When you discourage and you talk about people and get caught up in the negativity, that ain't no good. You know, it steals your joy. You understand me? And encouraging is where you want to be. You want to steady encourage. If they listen or not, don't speak nothing but wisdom and wise. Somebody will hear you. Somebody will gravitate toward it. When you're saying things that mean something, speaking the truth, and then they'll hear it, and then that's how you'll get around people that are winners and that are congratulators. Don't never dummy down and try to street talk to somebody that's on the street level. They're talking that street talk. You know that talk, but you don't have to talk that talk. That's part of your past. You let that stay in the past. You don't bring that to your future. I used to do that at the chicken place. I used to get around all these people, players I know, and they talking about what used to happen. Ain't none of them doing none of that now, but they want to talk about it. But it's no good to talk about it. Talk about what you're doing right today. Do something today. You understand me? And then your mind will fix a way for you to do that and be that and the person you need to be today to be better for tomorrow. And that's what you want to do. You want to be growing in each and every way so you can get better each and every day. So what you have to do is you have to concentrate on today and tomorrow in the future, where you want to go, what you want to do. It's just like me and my queen. We got trips we're going on. You know, we're going to Ohio, you understand me, you know, in August. And then in November, I'm going to Las Vegas. You know, I don't talk about that all through. I'm letting that happen. That's going to happen. I don't be running around talking about it, though, because, you know, it's going to happen, and when it happens, it happens. You know, we get close to the time, and then I'll say, you know what I mean, next week I'm going boom, 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 I won't be here, you know, then I'll say something. But until then, I ain't got nothing to say. I don't be high sign or bragging, I just do it, like I said before. Don't be a executor, not an advocate. I'm saying that on one of my other shows. But the point I'm making is, do it. Don't talk about it. Just be about it, you know, and be an enhancer, you understand me? You enhance people to the best of your ability. And like I said, these people that are stuck in those situations, just stay away from them because they're haters. They want to talk about people that you talk great about, that you feel good because they were in your life and you got a lot out of them and you did things. And you know that they're great because you guys shared the experiences in life to make them who they are and what they are. You know, even though you may not be close now, because as time goes on, when you get older, the closest person you are with is your woman. When you get a woman that's in your corner, you stick close to her. You understand me? You don't run with the fellas no more. I don't do that. I don't do that running with the fellas no more. It's not on my agenda. But you got to know how to grow to that extent. It's just like I used to run around and go places. You know, back in the 90s when I was drinking and doing that, I would have my woman and my friends, you know, I'd have them all together. And, you know, now I would never do that because it ain't cool. You know what I mean? That's not the right way to be. Some people don't have morals, principles, and understanding, you know. But I have morals and principles, you understand me? And when you have that, you know how to enlighten people and be an encourager and speak the truth. Don't dumb it down. You know, if you feel a certain way about things, tell them that. Don't go along with what other people are saying. Have an opinion of your own. Have a strong opinion of what you know, especially when you get to be my age. I'm 70 years old. I've got the experience. So when I tell you something, I'm telling you from my experience. Because I'm at the age now where I'm not going to go along with what somebody younger than me going to tell me unless they tell me something. If they tell me something and it makes sense, you understand, as far as, you know, living or having an attitude of doing something, then I listen to them. You're never too old to learn. And young people can tell you something too, especially when it comes to computers or a lot of different things. They can tell you about that'll make you a better person and make you feel like you can grow and be strong and be an enhancer. You got to be able to do that, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to know that what you do, when you do things, you have to understand one thing for sure, and that is you got to be your best self. Don't let nobody discourage you. You make sure, you understand me, that you be one to grow. Every day you want to be better than you was yesterday. You know, as far as me, I'm a dresser. I dress. So I illustrate by dressing and looking good. I do, you know, I grow all the time with different things I do. I'm always enhancing my wardrobe with different little things that I do. That's how I feel. That's what I do. You understand me? That's me. That's what I do. You don't do what I do. You do what's best for you. Like I say, you can be an artist. You can be a musician. You can play instruments and be great at that. But really have a purpose. Have a purpose in life. You have to wake up with a purpose, man, so you feel great and you're going out there to do something to conquer the world. You have to feel great and have a purpose. Don't sit at home and don't put clothes on and keep staying in your pajamas and stay in the house. Don't do that and look at TV all day. That's no good. Staying in the house looking at TV all day, that's not good for you. The older you get, the more active you should be. Don't be staying at home, you know, go out for whatever it is. Like I get dressed up like this every day and go out the house. I'm going to dress up and go out every day. If I'm not doing a talk show, I'm doing something. Every day I got something to do. I'm not going to stay at home. Believe me, every day I'm going to get up and dress up and get out the door. Because that keeps you living, keeps you young. You got to remember that. You see people, understand me, getting sick, their bones get weak, they stay in the house. The people that are active, that are being motivated and being and having a good spirit and being encouraging and being answers, are the people that are active and staying positive and that are getting up every day and having a purpose in life. Getting up and doing what's right, you know. They're doing what they know they need to do, because if they don't do what's right, as a person, an elder, you're supposed to be setting examples to younger people. You know, you see these old fools. These are old fools, and they make older people look bad. That's why I say nowadays you got a lot of people that don't respect their elders, and I've seen a lot of people talking about them, you know, because these older guys are acting worse than the young ones. And that's a sad situation when you're older and you're not learning, you're not growing old, and they're not being an enhancer. You're being someone, you understand me, that people look bad on. They look down on you, you know what I mean, because you're doing things that are not cool, you know what I mean? You're not setting an example, so then they don't respect you. You have to be a person to get respect, and you have to demand respect. If these people are disrespecting you for no particular reason, now if you're being disrespectful, I can understand it. But if you're not being disrespectful, then you're a person that has to realize that respect is everything. And you have to realize that. You have to be respectful. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I will end my show with that for the record. International Red. Fashion experience. Be good.